hold up. You have past blockages that are keeping you from expanding into your potential. Hello, high flyers. Welcome to September 9th, the 9/9 portal for September. And yes, that makes today also a 9-day. As we tune into the aspects of memory, self-sufficiency, and potential. Memory, self-sufficiency, and experience. Potential through experience. Let's put it that way. We're going to start with the Abraham Hicks deck. Abraham Hicks deck. For those of you that don't know, Abraham is a channeler. Esther Hicks, the channel for Abraham, a conscious collective of ascended beings and energies, delivers messages about your vibration and how different aspects of you affect this. So, for those of you that don't know as well, I am Anthony the Empathic Elevator, and this is my channel. My company name is called Ari Intuitions, in case that finds you in confusion. And I invite you to join this little community, join this grand community, as we are connected to all, including the divine. Angel spirits and guides, ascended masters, ascended ancestors. What do we have for September the 9th? Thank you. What else do we have for the viewer? We got two, this is the info card. What else do we have for the viewer for this Mighty Fine Collective? The underlying energy. Is I practice the science of deliberate creation. I practice the science of deliberate creation. Getting this idea of metamorphosis, aligning ourselves with spirit, with this spirit guide that is the butterfly, seeing ourselves in other parts of nature. Giving thought to anything is creation. 333 on the timer. Giving deliberate thought to anything is deliberate creation. So the difference between creating 345 on the timer is about getting deliberate. My health and well-being are natural forever. So we got this picture of a rose. Rose is about that Gaia grid, the rose grid, also associated with Mary Magdalene. You may be connected to Mary Magdalene, or, have yourself a bed of roses. And this brings up the heart space from Mother Gaia with the green energy, the green color energy. There is abundance in everything. Shortage is only a perception. This is one of the main aspects of yesterday's reading, September the 8th. And we got this beautiful bird speaking abundance into its life, speaking abundance into the world. There's never-ending stream of abundance. There is no shortage whatsoever. Just as a bird never runs out of a song to sing, there is no shortage of abundance to glean. 456, That was a pretty good little lyric there. 4, 5, 6 on the timer. When I'm feeling good, I am allowing in good. When I am feeling good, I am allowing in good. Yeah, and sometimes feeling good, that hair-blowing experience isn't always about, being overtaken. How can we feel good in the process? Nothing is more important than that you feel good, because nothing is more important than your connection to that which is source energy. I look for more reasons to appreciate in this stream of consciousness. As we get into this stream, like how streams come together into bigger rivers. We're all in our own streams, and embracing where you're at. 5:55 on the timer, allowing yourself to embrace changes, to change the way we approach things, to change the way we look at things. Being asked to look for more reasons to appreciate. I get like goldfish energy from this, as well as that sacral energy. And this reading so far is very much about tuning into well-being, tuning into finding that good feeling place within. Nothing is more important than that I feel good. Reaching for those blooms on the bush, being that structure of feeling good. Reach for thoughts that feel better and watch what happens. Don't do anything that you don't really want to do. Keep yourself in a place of feeling good. And again, with the yellow, this is about that solar energy, your personal power to tune into what you desire, as well as tuning into the truth with the blue energy. It's not my work to control others. It is your work to move happily down this path like the white butterfly. Again, with the orange energy, feeling good, that tuning into your feelings and your truth. Getting out in nature, perhaps, to really feel your connection to spirit. Sing your song as you fly along with the birdie and the butterfly. 7:37 on the timer. You may be seeing bracketed repetitive numbers like 7:37, 7:47, 8:38, 8:48. I make many decisions and then I make them right. I make many decisions and then I make them right. What's right for you? What's your truth? And more on this solar plexus energy. We don't need to hide behind the decisions we make or hide from making more decisions. Spirit would like to let you know there's no need to hide, because you can stand out as this blue bird. I love bluebirds. They're so kind of rare, and giving that you are a rare bluebird. You get to have this rare experience of making many decisions and then changing your mind if you dare. How wonderful I am. How wonderful you are, Spirit would like you to know. Like a stream of stardust. You are but stardust, made up of the stuff that is stars. We are wanting to awaken within you your memory, one of the key aspects today of how wonderful you are, how good you are, how worthy of whatever you are wanting you are. And looking for more reasons to appreciate as we expand into this being of, expansive stardustness. 9:36 on the timer, yet another time you might be seeing, or 9:39. It is my dominant intent to look for what I want to see. It is my dominant intent to look for what I want to see. Guiding that kite, guiding these geometrical thought forms for when we put things out into the world. Everything's created through geometry, including waveforms. Waveforms looked at from a 4D perspective look less like 2D lines in space as you would draw it on a graph, and more like a kite moving through the air. I bless and appreciate every religion. It's perhaps some memory coming up around religion or some experiences with religion. We have some feelings about that. And shedding old leaves of the past, but also embracing the different colors as part of the whole of the tree, like Yggdrasil, the tree of life in Norse mythology, or just the tree of life in general. We're all parts and components, beautiful colors on this tree of life. And you get to tune into the truth of that with the blue energy in the background. 1111 on the timer. Spirit wanting you to be in alignment with your desires, to practice the science of deliberate creation. It's not my responsibility to convince anyone of anything. It's not your responsibility. People will figure things out in their own due time, and often they're not ready to hear what it is we have to say when it comes from a place of getting someone to understand anything. In fact, that's almost a bit of manipulation, if we will. Make your decisions about what you want and set out to create the life experiences you choose, and allow others to do the same. A great way to accept others for where they are is accepting that and allowing them to make the choices that they make. No wrong or right, no good or bad. 1222 on the timer, and creating new relationships that are balancing ourselves within the collective. And I learned that all problems resolve themselves. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the timer. 1, 2, 3, 4, allow yourself to be a wave on a shore. You feel washed up like this starfish. When the tide comes in, he's gonna get pulled back out to sea. You get to feel those emotions again. Whether that's, a unpleasant experience or not. I always have one of my mantras has been for a long time, even though I forget from time to time, is that things have a habit of working out. So they really, truly do. When you have a problem and a desire exudes forth from you, and Source hears it and answers it immediately. Once you remove your attention from the problem, and you then allow the solution. Give birth to the question and let go. Allow the answer to flow. That's about flowing with the tides. With like the moon today, moon and memory coming in, with the approaching new moon, asking you to flow with the tides. Practice deliberate creation. Thank you, Spirit. And we're gonna go to the Prism Oracle. Prism Oracle, Ascended Masters, Angel Spirits, and Guides. What do we have for the viewer today? 1414. Got you feeling okay. Angel Spirits and Guides, thank you. What do we have from Thank you. What else do we have from the So the underlying energy right away off the bat is intuition. And I was really paying attention to this imagery that is actually on the shower curtain in my bathroom. When circles overlap, they form this Vesica Pisces, and that's a sacred geometrical shape that's present in many parts of our body, but also reiterates and points to the third eye chakra, of that insight, along with the indigo color. This is about tuning in. So taking this indigo color as you tune in to memory, experience, and expansion, using that intuition for self-sufficiency. Alright, that's it. Maybe experience a bit of frustration as well, as I peek that on the bottom of the deck. But not a strong energy today, as Venus has gone direct. We may be feeling our ability to tune more into trusting the process. And this again is about that intuition, letting our intuition guide us to a heart space, being at the center of coming together, bringing the lower and the higher realms together in the heart, overlapping with insight. So how can your memory and experiences overlap to create an intuitive sense of self-sufficiency? The card of protection comes out to remind you once again that there is abundance of everything, that shortage is only a perception. You are protected, your ideas are protected, your path is protected, if and only you allow yourself to deliberately create, not try to control others, to lock in, to lock locks with spirit, to lock locks with your deeper inner knowing, with that deep purple. The movement card, so allowing good feelings to move through your body. When I am feeling good, I am allowing in good. Card underneath on the table for movement, and this is about creating foundations of when feeling good and movement. As I see the shadows of some pigeons fly over the abode, the home I'm in. So for the top row, last card is energy. This is about what are you putting your energy into? What are you putting that atomic potential? We have this sacred geometry overlapping Vesica Pisces, creating that atomic structure. This convergence of holes with holes, and more, circles upon circles. Life is all about circles. And that Vesica Pisces, that shape, is also the shape of a flame, and that the shape of your pineal gland within your brain. 1906 on the timer, those 9s and 6s again, and that's about the structure of the universe, like the atom, the atomic structure. We have mystery, allowing that intuition to appreciate and conceive of the mystery and lean into some of the mystery that presents itself as you reach for better feeling thoughts. Nothing is more important that you feel good, being encouraged to move through the mysterious path that is sometimes, this reaching for good feeling thoughts, not trying to control what it is, or how the who, what, when, or how things come together, but allowing the mystery of how things are going to stack up, how the structures and support you, the structures of the universe. Space. So this is about taking some space to yourself to reflect. We have this mirror aspect of the blackness of the card. It's a purely black card, and this is about framing yourself in a space for protection and self-protection through insight, tuning into some things that we may have been ignoring for some time. Passion. Having the passion to carry on, the passion to bring in that divine fire from the earth as well as from above to get in alignment and be threaded into this reflection of the fire within and above, as above so below. So coming out with, I make many decisions and then I make them right. Reminding you, how are you tuning into your passion? How are you using the passion within? Are you using it with consciousness? Are we being conscious about what we're creating? Also, Spirit would like you to be conscious, use your consciousness to tune into how wonderful you are. The idea, becoming conscious of the fact that you are an extension of source energy. You're a freaking piece of source energy, of God, in a physical body. This physical body is but an illusion. And consciously, creating, as you practice the science of deliberate creation, balance with 2222 on the timer, which is all about balancing relationships, balancing in new relationship to life, to our heart space, to what makes you feel good, what feels like a loving thing to do, like a loving place to be. And with it is my dominant intent to look for what I want to see, reminding you to look for balance in the process. Ooh, we have sadness. We're coming out with that religion card, appreciating religion. And so you're feeling sad about the way, some of this religious structures, perhaps inhibit people or have inhibited you in the past. And that's okay. It's okay to feel those feelings. Spirit wants you to tune into that and feel it and allow yourself to understand what it's trying to teach you. But at the same time, it's not your responsibility to convince anyone else of what's gone awry or what's gone right in your mind. As ideation, your ideas are your ideas, and other people have the right to have their own ideas. Allow other people to, make their own decisions. Learning that all problems resolve themselves. Allow other people to, be in the ideas that have created their own life, as well as seeing where we all fit into the whole, the square inside of the circle. The ghost card. Well, these are the ghosts of the past. Spirit would like to help you to tune into these ghosts of the past, to look in the cracks and the crevices, the gray areas of life. Perhaps there is this ghost staring you in the face as we reflect in that sacred space. Stop. Yep. Stop trying to, control anyone else's experience. And also take time to stop and tune into what you desire. What makes you feel grounded with the red energy, safe, secure, provided for. And surrender. Surrender is the card of surrendering to the process. As one of my coaches, they would say TTP, which means trust the process. Trust the rockets that we've launched. Trust the cycles. Because as I've said before with this card, it's about the bigger, the medium, the smaller circles, everything that's interconnected. Things come back to us in cyclical action and reaction, based on how we're acting and reacting with and throughout life. We're going to clarify with the French Tarot. It's looking to be a little bit of a longer reading, but we'll see what we can do. 2609 on the timer, those new relationships with a structure of, creation. Angel spirits and guides, what do we have for the viewer today? Sorry, I trailed off there while I'm pulling cards. Angel spirits and guides, thank you. The underlying energy and anything else that wants to come out. So the underlying energy is La Papis, which is the priestess. The Pope, the priestess, that religious figure. So how can we look at the beneficial aspects of religious figures? And what kind of, how can you study yourself? How can we find guidance in more study, more, opening the books? How can you be an open book to the knowledge and the wisdom that comes from the supportive aspects of religion? We have the 5 of Wands, and this is about trusting, trusting the process once again, not getting any tangles or fights, being balanced, kind of being the mediator in the middle and not getting mixed up in the past or the future or trying to control the process. Allowing yourself protection through reflection and, non-violent interaction. The 4 of Pentacles in reverse came out in reverse. So this is about feeling a little stuck, a little stubborn. This is earth energy, that Virgo energy of maybe feeling like we need some protection, but Spirit is reminding us to make movements towards feeling good. So make slow, concerted movements, deliberate movements. We're practicing the science of deliberate creation. Talk about a great weekend to go within. 2929 on the timer. Seeing those repetitive numbers. The number 4 and 4 coming out together. Once again, this is about putting those swords on the shelf, allowing yourself to go within, tune into those memories that may be coming up for us to process, traumas, bondages, The Ten of Wands. This is about doing in the work, putting in the work. Also, not to overwork. Use this energy to create movement, create momentum, and to reach for what you desire. And allow in the mystery. Allow mystery to fill in the gaps. The Two of Pentacles in reverse is about releasing old cycles, releasing old ways of doing things, of old ideas of impermanence. You know, if these were connected, it would make an infinity, which is about, but since they're not connected, this is, you know, we're not quite tuned into the impermanence. So Spirit asking you to find the space that allows you to connect to a new cycle, to a new relationship with life. And putting your passion where it's productive with the Five of Swords. In reverse, this is about releasing the need to fight with others, to choose your battles wisely, choose your battles, choose yourself in this process this day. Go within and do the battles that are going to serve, which is that battle between the light and the dark within. The Two of Wands, creating balance with passion and desire to move forward, making a choice to move forward, move out of toxicity, toxic cycles where we're trying to argue with others or convince others of our greatness or our plans, our desires. We have Lamat. This is the Fool card. The Fool, or the Jester. It's about taking a new adventure, moving forward out of sadness, looking at things from a new perspective, a fresh perspective, being grounded as we walk out on the earth, and bringing a loyal friend with the dog, and packing lightly as we, add a little fun and goofiness to kind of lighten up the sadness, walking towards your ideas with ideation. Wow, this card is just like stalking this group this week. This is that mercurial energy once again. If you watched the rest of the videos this week, this is about mental blocks, resurfacing, ideas, patterns, thought forms, even projections from others that may be weighing you down, feeling completely fenced off and blocked from consciousness, but Spirit reminding you that you get to learn that all problems resolve themselves. So not to dwell on what has occurred, or when these thoughts come up, allow yourself to feel them and then allow them to move through you. The Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords. This is about mastering, putting in the commitment to, establish a strong grid of thoughts, a new mentality, recognizing that these, things we've done in the past, like we've put in the work before perhaps to, we've stood up for ourselves, but, there's a little more work to do with the number 8. It's about doing that bit more of shadow work to balance out our mentality and allow things to grow in the background, acknowledging that what you're doing is creating growth and balance, coming out of nostalgia with the Six of Cups. This can be feeling some memories of nostalgia coming up, resurfacing as Venus goes direct, and Mercury kind of muddles our thoughts, brings up thoughts of the past. Being at the center, finding the truth in the center of balanced relationships. Stop to look at as well with the stop card, surrender, and stop to, to look at the whether our relationships are balanced or not. We have Le Monde. Le Monde is the world card. Oops, let's cover that up. So, yeah, seeing ourselves as a whole with those, the circles that come out in surrender. Acknowledging the cycles of the earth, the tuning into, the zodiac, this place in where we find ourselves as we're in Virgo season. And just acknowledging that, kind of this too shall pass. We're not going to be in this tough Virgo energy forever. Well, at least it's not Cancer energy. We have the Cavalier de Coupe, which is the Knight of Cups. This is about a message of love. Someone may be coming in fact, to offer you a message of love, of playfulness, the gate of the horse here. And also, taking that personal power, that passion. Wow, where are we offering our cup of love in this process? How can you give yourself some self-love as we do the shadow work, as we go within, tune into that intuition? September 9th, in the book says, 37:37 on the timer, about these, the day to follow is going to be of completion with number 10. Welcome to September 9th, a introspective journey that leads to personal expansion. Virgo season may inspire you to take pride in having all the answers, but experience with the number 9 invites you to traverse the unknowns of the day instead. Traversing the unknowns with the Fool card, or Lamont. Get out of your comfort zone and try to find the freedom that comes from uncertainty. If you can break free from the confines of control, you may discover the abundance from self-sufficiency and the 9 of Pentacles. You can build a sense of personal wealth through self-acknowledgement, so pat yourself on the back. Go ahead, pat yourself on the back. You deserve it. 38:38 on the timer. And for all the work that has led you to this point in your life, whether you treat yourself to a financial or emotional gift, it's about giving yourself that self-love, acknowledging that all problems resolve themselves. But be sure it feeds you spiritually. But as you expand in numerous ways, memory with the Moon card may call you back to a time to address the things that are blocking you from moving forward. Calling us back in time to the ideas, the ideation underneath this card, of the things that are blocking you from moving forward with the 10 of Swords. If you have a moment of deja vu or an unexpected emotional trigger, take the time to reflect on what your subconscious is trying to tell you. Today's mantra, I will address the subconscious blockages that keep me from expanding. What memories do I have around perfection? Today's journal prompt. Today's ritual, go for a night walk, ensuring that it is physically safe and someone knows your whereabouts. Under the moon tonight, whether the moon is visible to you or not. As you walk, repeat the affirmation. Just like the moon, I can wax and wane, but I am always emotionally whole. We have born on this day, Serafina de Balos, the Paraguayan feminist and country's first female lawyer. Sarala Devi Chandrahani, Indian educator and political activist, and Sarah Mapps Douglas, American educator, abolitionist, writer, and public lecturer. In anguish of spirit, I have often queried why the Lord should require me to go among people who despise me on account of my complexion. But I have seen that it is designed to humble me, to teach me a lesson. Love your enemies and pray for them who despitefully use you. Beautiful. That's that Tapis energy coming in. The Aerophant. So I hope this finds you all in a lovely altitude today. I appreciate your likes, shares, and subscribes. Till further notice, enjoy this portal day and see you later.